doing another makeup roulette, and I'm really excited to see where this one takes us. I've decided to switch up the layout a little bit, and instead of drawing from a hat, I'm going to spin from this wheel, and we'll see what the results are. Same game, just different drawing method. We're going to spin the wheel, and I'm going to see what our overall rule is going to be for this makeup look. Alrighty, so the first and major rule of this is it's going to be bold, so that's fine with me. I like going bold. Let's find out what primer we're going to use. And it is the Makeup Revolution primer. So this is the Makeup Revolution primer. I got it at Winners for like $3, so let's see how it works. It's like a gel, like really clear, so we'll see. So that primer was extremely perfumey. It smells kind of like an old lady, so I'm not a die-hard fan of that, but it does make the skin feel soft. So the next thing we're going to figure out is eyeshadow. So we have to figure out our eyeshadow rule, so we're going to spin the wheel and find out what that eyeshadow rule is. Okay, so we are going with a really thick eyeliner. Can go one of two ways. I've seen the total babe that is Trixie Mattel, and she can rock it. So, fingers crossed, I can make it look somewhat decent. I'm going to spin this wheel and find out what the Feature brand eye palette is going to be. What a fun choice. So we get to use something that we've never used, so I'm excited to see which one we're going to end up using. The final one we have to draw is the eyeshadow color, which will also help me decide which palette I'm going to have to use in order to incorporate my never used makeup. So we're going for a red eyeshadow look, we're going for a very bold eyeliner, and we're going to use a product on our eyes that we have never used before. I've picked my never used eyeshadow. I'm actually really excited about this and slightly intimidated. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, a big bit. But we'll see how it goes. I am one of those people that I'm very, what do you call it? Oh yeah, cheap. And most of the time I am always looking for a bargain. My boyfriend made the mistake of introducing me to this place called AliExpress, and I did a little test order on a keychain, which I'll show right here. And I also did a test order on the product that I'm about to show you. So I couldn't resist finding a offshore dupe. I'm very excited to see it. I'm also nervous. My eyeballs fall off. It's all for me. I have this HudaBeauty palette, and this is the Coral Obsessions palette. So it's got like the reds and all that pretty stuff. This palette is very similar to the one I'm about to show you as a dupe in some ways. So when it was advertised like this. For $2, I could get myself what looked very similar to a dupe from Huda, or even one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So I personally was very curious to see if this would pale in comparison, so I am very excited. The product that I was sent is not the one that's in this ad, so I did order from this ad, but it is not the same. And you'll notice first things first is with the box. Box looks totally different. Box, like this box, looks totally different from that box. So that has me a little bit like, but it was in good condition. It came really quickly. Upon first inspection, you see this. It's a cardstock, like the foam board or foam core, whatever you call it, and it's literally foam core just glued together, so that's kind of weird. Where they said there was going to be a mirror, there's obviously nothing. It's really cheaply made. The colors look pretty in the pan, and I'm very curious to how they'll actually swatch. When compared side by side, there is a pretty obvious difference, and there probably will be with pigment, color, and quality. But there is reds, so I've covered two bases. This is my red, never used palette. So I'm going to try to go into this with an unbiased mind after trying the actual real product. We'll see how this one turns out. So I've primed my eyes, and now I'm going to jump into this palette. I'm going to start off with this little light color, and we'll see how it goes. For a eyeshadow palette that was like $2, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really impressed with how well this is pigmented versus like what I was expecting. I didn't experience much fallout. it is very bright. I use very little, like I barely swatch that pan. Like one little blip and that's a lot of color. So now I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna use this brownish red a little bit deeper, and I'm just gonna go into the crease a little bit more. So the next color we're gonna use is this kind of shimmery red. So that didn't have as much shimmer as I wanted on the middle of my eye to add a little more dimension. So I'm going to go in with the actual Huda Beauty, and I'm just going to top it up with a little bit of this rose gold right in the center of my lid. For the time being, I'm going to let that rest and clean this up. So let's find out what foundation we're going to use. Spin the wheel. Alrighty, so we're going to use the Younique foundation. Alrighty, so this is Younique Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation. Let's do this. Alrighty, with our foundation on, we are going to pick out our concealer. So the concealer we're going to use is the Clinique HD Concealer. Alrighty, so this is the Clinique HD Concealer, and we're just going to put a little of that on under our eyes. So the next thing we need to pick out is our setting powder. Alrighty, we are going to be using the Younique Pressed Setting Powder. This is the Younique Mineral Touch Setting Powder. It's a pressed powder and it matches the foundation. So now I'm going to go back into this palette and get a little more color out of it. I want to try a little bit more, so I'm going to do this coral color here. So the next thing I'm going to do is put on contour and put on really large eyeliner and some lashes. So I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, for the next step, we need to pick up blush and get some color to these cheeks. So let's spin the wheel for blush. I also want to apologize for not having a wheel spin. I totally forgot to grab a screen record when I did it. Alrighty, this is the rose colored mineral blush from Tarte. We're just going to add a little to the cheeks. The next thing we need to figure out is a highlight. We are going to be using the NYX Away We Glow Liquid Pink Highlighter. Alrighty, so this is the Away We Glow NYX Pink Highlighter, liquid highlighter. I usually just put it on my finger because it is so blinding. I'm just going to tap that. Next, we're going back to setting powder and we're just going to set our face. Alrighty, now we have 2 more draws and then we're basically done this look. So we are going to do a draw for lip color and lip type. So the first one I'm going to draw is the lip type. Alrighty, for the lip look, we are going with an ombre lip. So I'm excited. Hopefully the colors we're going to pick will match with this look. Alrighty, let's figure out what color lip we're going to get. Alrighty, so we are in a really good state. Red is the color lip that we are going with. It has to be ombre. So I'm going to go grab those products and I'll be right back.
More moments later.
So I grabbed those products. I have one of the Huda Beauty's liquid lip. It's a matte lip. And I also have a Sephora pink liquid lip that I have not had the chance to try yet. So I'm really excited to see how that color actually works out. Alrighty, it's not exactly an ombre lip, but kind of, sort of got it, a gradient. Alrighty, so this is the finished look. I don't exactly hate it. I actually think, again, we got really lucky. 3 Makeup Roulettes so far have not been totally terrible. The first one was like iffy, but the other 2 have been really good, and the color schemes have been on our side. The only downfall is I don't think this classifies as an ombre lip. It does go from a gradient, but I don't think that's an ombre, so I might have to work on those skills. Another thing I really was pleasantly surprised with was the fact that a $2 palette from God knows where ends up actually not being terrible. It blended really well. The color was pretty awesome for a $2 product. I'm not disappointed. I didn't expect it to like compare to a name brand product, and obviously there is probably downfalls to this product, maybe in ingredients or whatever, but honestly for just a regular user that's not a makeup artist or a professional, I actually really am happy that I spent $2 on a product that actually worked. So that was really fun and I've really enjoyed it. And if you guys like Makeup Roulette or want to see some more videos, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I wish you guys the best and I will see you guys next time. Bye!